What's up, everybody? This is Colin from Holistic Heritage Homestead. I hope you're all well. I want to talk to you folks about why you should be stocking your prepper food pantry with canned fish. Canned fish is an excellent option for your prepper food pantry. When I say canned fish, I mean canned fish, canned shellfish, really any canned aquatic animal. And when I say prepper food pantry, I mean your pantry. Because every pantry should be a prepper pantry. Everybody should consider emergency preparedness and stocking up on foods for possible tough times. Okay, so getting right into it. First and foremost, if you folks have been watching my previous videos talking about canned foods, talking about your food pantries, your prepper food pantries, nutrition. Very important. It's not just about the quantity, it's about the quality. It's about balancing and considering your nutritional profiles. And I talk about macronutrients in my previous videos, and the macronutrient that we're really gonna get from canned fish is protein. And protein is arguably the most important macronutrient, especially for long-term survival scenarios. Fat, I would say second place. Carbohydrates, I would say third place. Maybe for short-term survival scenarios in certain situations, fat might be more important than protein, possibly only because of its caloric density. Okay, lots of calories in fat, but protein really is the number one macronutrient you folks should be always focusing on. One of the reasons I like canned fish to get protein is because, like all animal-based proteins, complete amino acid profiles high in leucine, isoleucine, and valine. Okay? When you're talking about vitamins, you're talking about vitamin D, vitamin A. By the way, both fat-soluble vitamins, and it's great to have those in cans because your fat-soluble vitamins don't really diminish over time. They don't become less bioavailable over time like the water-soluble vitamins, like vitamin C, for example, do. So vitamin D, vitamin A, very, very important. Vitamin D, arguably the most important vitamin in the body. It's actually a hormone, not a vitamin. Do your research, folks. You can get that from certain canned fish. Very, very, very good, okay? Now, besides having all that awesome protein, you're talking about omega-3s. Omega-3s are excellent. Look at these kippers, for example, okay? Omega-3s, very, very important for your heart, for your brain, for babies, for children, okay? And obviously, folks, keep in mind, if you have allergies, don't eat foods you're allergic to. What do you know? All right, we're talking about cod liver. This, by the way, is my number one pick, pretty much possibly one of my top foods you could ever get in general. One of the healthiest foods you could eat and put in your body. This is an excellent, excellent option, okay? This stuff is a nutritional powerhouse. Look at that. Okay, 2 servings. Each serving, 450% vitamin A, 420% vitamin D. This stuff is like medicine, okay? Have lots of that. Okay, if there's one thing you're gonna stock up on, this is what I recommend. I think the price has been going up, but the prices seem to have gone up on pretty much everything. But cod liver, okay? I'm gonna go through some of the options here, folks. We have squid, crab meat, cod liver, herring fillets, kipper snacks, okay? That's herring, okay? Smoked oysters, sardines, anchovies, chopped clams. I think I might have some minced clams somewhere, and baby clams. I also like canned mussels. I also like canned clams, okay? There's lots of great choices. It's really just limited only by your what you eat, okay? Because you should always buy what you eat. If you don't eat seafood, folks, if you don't eat fish, shellfish, I really do recommend, as long as you don't have a faith limitation, a religious-based limitation, and as long as you don't have an allergy, go for it. Learn to like these foods. Learn to cook these foods. Learn to enjoy these foods. They have so many benefits, okay? And besides the nutritional benefits, you're talking about, well, what's the benefit of having canned foods? Shelf life. This stuff will last for years and years and years. 3, 4, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, as long as canned foods last. Really, these things are going to last. One thing I will say, just as a personal tip, a personal note, is anchovies, because they're maybe because they're smaller, whatever. In my experience, they do tend to break down. They kind of turn into some like mushy paste after a while. Probably still edible, but I'm just saying they do seem to change after some time. All this other stuff, really, you should be good for a long, long time. Please do your research, and please check out how many people say canned foods can last for decades or even scores of years, okay? But hey, I'm no expert. There's my disclaimer. So besides the benefits of canned foods, folks, also these are very, very affordable, okay? Very affordable, okay? You're talking protein, your macronutrient. You can get these things for like $1, $1.50, less than $2 a piece. This, for example, let's see if I can get a breakdown here. All right, you're looking at 20 grams of protein. That's amazing. That's amazing. Another thing is you can also get iodine from canned fish, okay? You can also get calcium, in case I did not mention that before. Your B vitamins, okay? Excellent source of nutrition, folks. Now, when you're talking about value, if you're talking about price per ounce, price per pound, it's difficult to beat the price, really, of this stuff. I mean, this was like $2 a can, okay. Not the best price, but we're looking at 5 grams of protein a can. 2 servings a can, 10 grams of protein a can. Not so bad, okay. A little over $2 a can, but that's for wild-caught clams. I buy these because I love pasta with white clam sauce. It's comfort food to us. I've got to say, I make an awesome white clam sauce. Just saying. All right. And speaking of that, folks, you're also, one of the other benefits is versatility. Recipe versatility. I've talked about in previous videos, trying to disguise repetition. Even in short-term survival scenarios or a few days, you're going to want a few different days, a few different meals. When you're talking about midterm or a few weeks or a few months of food, you're going to want different meals. Believe that. You're not going to want to eat the same rice and beans every day and canned beef every day. You're not going to want to. And it's important to have an appetite because you want to get that food in. You want to ingest that food. You want to get those calories in. And also in survival scenarios, if you're in a survival scenario, I'm just going to say it might be tough to be happy. Morale might be low. Times might be really tough. People might be miserable. And food can really bring people together in a communal and good, group energy, communal energy, and it can really boost morale. Good tasting food is very, very important, and don't discount that. Don't just, ignore that. So you want to disguise repetition and prevent food fatigue. That's getting tired of the same food over and over again. Honestly, you could eat these foods. One of my favorite things to eat many foods with, especially canned foods like this, canned fish and like cheese. Boom! How you doing? Cheap garlic butter croutons. To me, they're like little crostinis. I'm telling you. It's just a way to make it palatable, add flavor, make it so I'm not just eating canned fish by itself. Very cheap. This stuff is great with rice, great with pasta. You can make soup di mare. Awesome, awesome, awesome recipe selections, okay? And in my opinion, really delicious. Some of these things do already come in like sauce, for example, all right? So you will be getting some diversity in some of these cans, depending on what you buy. Some Oysters, for example, they might come with little carrots or whatever, or vegetables or whatever. That's up to you. I do recommend, as a note, as another tip, wild caught whenever possible, pole caught. And that's one of the other, one of the other benefits of this stuff is it's sustainable, or more sustainable, or rather you have a lot of sustainable options, I'll put it that way, when it comes to canned fish. And that's great. It's great for the animals out there. It's great for ecosystems, great for the environment. So you could be responsible and prep at the same time. All right. And, when you're considering these things and you're considering price, and you're considering nutrition, you're considering versatility, you're considering these things, buy what you like, and also keep in mind bartering. You might not like crab meat, but somebody might be willing to trade you something you want for some crab meat. Crab meat is more expensive, for example. You might want to go with the cheaper options. But you never know. Having a variety of things on hand gives you value because you might deal with a variety of different people who might really want certain things. For example, when you've got cod liver with the amount of vitamin A and vitamin D in this stuff, these are like vitamins. Better than vitamins because it's probably arguably more bioavailable nutrition. Okay? And, people might have small children, babies whose brains are developing, they're growing. They might want to make sure they have omega-3, DHA, healthy fats, all that stuff. Very, very important. Okay? And that gives you bartering value. Don't skip other stuff. You can find this stuff in dollar stores. You can find this stuff in the discount section of your local grocery stores, your big box stores or bulk stores, whatever they're called. You can get a lot of stuff. Sardines, for example. You can get a lot of these very cheap. And now these come in olive oil, so you're getting some fat as well. Look at that. Look at that. 1 serving per container, 22 grams of protein. You're getting vitamin D, calcium, iron, and potassium. Those are 2 other nutrients that I did not mention, iron and potassium. This stuff is amazing. Okay? This stuff comes with bones. You can eat the bones. If you don't eat the bones, well, please check out my previous video or videos talking about composting bones, feeding bones to your chickens if you've got them. All right? I hope this gives you value. I hope you are stocking up on canned fish. And if you're not, I hope you start. Because, folks, it's better to have and not need than need and not have. And life happens. History happens. And it happens all the time, whether we like it or not. And it's always good to be prepared. It's always good to be ready. It's always great to give you food security, to have that food security, to give you peace of mind, knowing that if something happens for a few days, few weeks, few months, or maybe even years, you have your life insurance. This is life insurance. Okay? Let me know in the comments below if you have things like this in your prepper pantry, which is your pantry. There should be, every pantry should be a prepper pantry. Let me know if you do not, but you will consider it. Let me know what you like to buy. Let's help each other out. Let's give each other some advice. Please like the video. Please share the video. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Look forward to more content like this. And folks, if this video gave you some type of value, if it made you think of something that really might help you, for example, buying cod liver, do your research, that might really, really, really benefit your health, okay? If this helps you be more prepared and this gives you value in any way and you would like to help us out and just donate, please check out our homepage. We do have a Buy Me a Coffee link. Buy me a coffee. Buy us a coffee. That would be greatly appreciated. That would help us out so we can continue to provide value to you folks and hopefully help you out. Take care. Prep up.